Hello students. Today we are going to see the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. In the last video we have discussed what are the IPv4 and IPv6 and what is the IP address, what is the structure of the IP address and how it looks like. So this is also very important for the 5 marks question. They will ask the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. So now you can see the length of the IPv4 is 32-bit, but the length of the IPv6 is 128-bit. So you can see in an example here, it has been mentioned, it is made up of the four different fields, and each field is made up of the totally so 1 byte, that is nothing but a 8 bit. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, totally 32 bit. But here in IPv6, so one field is represented with hexadecimal, that's by 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16, totally 8 fields are there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 fields, and each field is indicating the 16. So you can see here 16, that is into totally how many fields are there? 8 fields are there. That's why the size is 1 to 28. But here 1 2 3 4, totally 4 fields are there, and each field is indicating the octet, that is nothing but a 8. So 8 into 4, that is nothing but a 32 bit. So this is how about the length difference of IPv6 and IPv4. And the total possible addresses, that is 2 raised to power of 32. So because we are using in a decimal 0 and 1, machine will understand the IP address. So that's why we have taken here 2. And what is the total number of the length here? 32. 2 raised to power of 32. It is a possible addresses by the IPv4. But to overcome this problem, so it is a limited. So when we wanted to allow it for the new productions, so whatever the new devices are coming for that devices, we don't have any IP addresses to allow. To overcome that problem, so we have introduced the maximum length of IP address, that is IPv6. So that's why the total possible addresses are 2 raised to power of 128. So maximum devices we can allow the IPv6. So next, third one, it uses the security. So IPv4, we have a certain security mechanisms. No, sorry. So it is less security. So we don't have any security mechanisms. If we want, we can add it. But it has IPSC security mechanisms in IPv6. It is inbuilt. The fourth difference is the address representation, which is in the form of the decimal. So when you are writing the IP address, you can see, so we are using 32, 13, 216, 38. These are all number are representing the decimal. But here how we are representing here? ABC1, 1246, 1034. This is a hexadecimal, because in hexadecimal 0 to 9 we are using the numbers, and remaining we are using A, B, C, D, then E. A representing 10, B representing 11, C representing 12, D representing 13, E representing 14, and F representing 15. Total number of characters we are using in hexadecimal, that is 0 to 9, and the alphabets from A to F. That is the reason each and every fields are written in the form of the hexadecimal, which is used by from 0 to 9 numbers and A to F, that alphabets. So this is what about the address representation. The IPv4 are represented with the help of the decimal, as we can see in the example, and address representation of IPv6 are in the form of the hexadecimal. Okay, so now it contains totally 4 fields. So we can see here 32, 13, 216 and 38. Totally how many fields are there? Totally 4 fields, and each fields are separated by the full stop, that is period, we can say. But here in hexadecimal, each field are separated by the colon, and totally we have 8 different type of the fields. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So the IPv6 is containing the structure, that is total 8 fields, and IPv4 structure containing totally 4 fields. And the IPv4 the fields are separated by the full stop, and the IPv6 fields are separated by the colon. So this is the difference, and it has the 5 classes in IPv4. You can see we have a 5 different classes are there. Then IPv4 is classified into 4 different classes, that is A class, B class, C class, D class and E class. But in IPv6 we don't have such kind of classifications, so we have only the single IPv6. And the next one, it provide that encapsulation and authentication facility in IPv4. So you know that not encapsulation, this is the encryption. So it providing the encryption and authentication facility, means so the data, whatever the given data is there, it can be converted into the coded form. So that mechanism we are calling as encryption. And authentication is nothing but just now you are using certain username and password, right, to proving yourself that you are belongs to a particular the protocol, you can access the information. So that authenticity and encapsulation techniques are provided in IPv4, but IPv6 we don't have such kind of facilities. And the last one is the checksum field. So as we know that checksum fields are using for error detection methods. So here normally we are using the CRC checksum, cyclic redundancy check. So this is the algorithm which we are using to find out the error detection. So these error detection methods are there available in IPv4 format, but in IPv6 we don't have such kind of a field. So these are all the difference between the IPv4 and IPv6. Thank you for watching.